So in this video I'm going to show you how to take apart your Gtech AirRam vac, not only just to take out the filter, give it a clean and maybe replace it, but to take some of the other parts apart as well, so that you can give them a good wash and you can make it look like this. And it just makes sense that when you're cleaning, that you should be cleaning with a clean machine rather than a dirty machine. And the model that we're working today with is the AR29. So let's get started. Let's first start by removing the waste container just by unclipping from the right hand side and lifting out. And then at the other side, let's unclip that and let's get all that garbage out. This looks like it's well overdue a clean. Looks like someone's been having a fight with some self-raising flour. So let's give that a bit of a shake, get as much out as we can. And then from one side, we're just going to slide out the foam filter that's sat inside that cylinder. Kind of resembles something that you'd take out of a beehive. And then the next step is to slide out the little plastic insert which is in there. So let's slide that out too. And then just pop that to one side. Once that is just the foam part of that filter, then it's just a case of washing that. And we're going to be washing it with just some warm soapy water. So I'm just going to speed through this part. You don't need an education into how to wash something. One thing worth noting is once you've washed these filters a handful of times, they will one day just kind of disintegrate whilst you're washing them, in which case you just want to go and buy a replacement. It's always worth having replacements just in case. It happened to me once. I went to wash it and it just dissolved in my hand, so they don't last forever. So as you can see there, just a bit of washing up liquid and some warm water, and that is looking just like new. Now, so with this little foam filter, I've just always let it air dried. Just popped it on the top of a warm radiator or somewhere warm and just left it overnight, and then it's dry. You don't want to be popping that back into its housing at a later stage whilst it's still wet. Now what we're going to do is, whilst that little plastic insert is out, we may as well clean that as well, so let's give that a bit of a clean too. And then let's turn our attention to the filter housing. So in order to clean this unit properly and not just clean the filter, we need to be taking that apart. So the main filter housing is taken apart using a little hex head screw, which you can see there. Now I just happen to have a little kit which has got loads of different heads, and then you'll use that to undo that screw. And then again, that section will just slide out, and then we're going to give that a wash just like we are with everything else. Let's get this thing as clean as possible. And while the rest of it's drying, let's turn our attention to the main unit, and that is just cleaned using a warm soapy cloth, if you like. Not too much water because there's a battery there, so be careful. Just give that a good wipe down and it should resemble something like this. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that just a little bit of elbow grease, a bit of time, a bit of care and attention, and you can make your vac look like this rather than the absolute mess and a state that it was before. You can't actually believe that these two are the same machine. So once you've done a great job of cleaning all this, it's time to put it back together, making sure that the foam insert has been thoroughly dried. So let's get going and put it all back together. So first let's grab the green insert and let's make a note of where those screw holes are, lining them up together. And take note, because there's a little guide that needs to be clicked in, and then that will then slide down on that guide on the edge of the clear plastic cylinder. And then when push it down, and then make sure that you push it down firmly so it's level with the top and not sticking out like in the video. Next we just need to attach the little guide, if you like. It goes onto the top and it actually holds the lever which kind of slides back and forth down the cylinder to get rid of the rubbish. Now we didn't actually take this off earlier, but when we took it apart this kind of slid off the side, so we left it off, and then we're just going to reattach. If you just follow the video and you should be good. Just close it all up, give everything a once over before you start screwing things back in. Just make sure everything kind of looks right and it slides right, and then we're just ready to put the screw back in. Let's just replace the screw, and then that will then hold everything together. And then the last few steps are just to install the rigid black insert into the filter first of all, and then we're going to put that back into the main cylinder, and then we're going to clip everything else back up together, and then that's job done. And then it's just a case of inserting it back into the machine, and then we're good. I'm sure you'll agree that was quite quick, quite painless, and makes a massive difference to the machine. If you look at the pictures from what the machine used to look like compared to what it looks like now, it looks like a brand new machine. So there's no reason why you can't keep on top of that and do that on a regular basis. Finally, thank you for watching. I hope that gives you the confidence to be able to keep on top of the maintenance and the way that your machine looks. If it helps, please give the video a like and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.